Oh my. All right. This says I'm live. Oh no, now it says waiting. Excuse me. What is that all about? That's weird. What the hell is that? Do I have to hit it? What? Okay, that's just weird. I had to be on both. Whoa, because I'm running. What? Oh man. That is weird crap that YouTube just pulled on me. Getting Rumble going. Okay. YouTube just pulled something new on me. My dashboard would not show the chat. It says error. So I opened another window, got back to the same place, and when I hit go, it wouldn't go unless I hit it on both of them. Holy crap. All right, let me get back over here to YouTube. That was interesting. That was very interesting. All right, Jay Watterson, what is up, man? In with the popcorn bucket and ready to go. This is going to be a long stream. Got stuff to do, but I wanted to do one this afternoon, evening, whatever, and then try to come back on maybe later tonight. We'll see how that goes. This is going to be more of a semi-funny stream. I'm not going to mess with either of these studios I got running because I don't know what's going to happen since YouTube is doing weird shite there. That was really weird. I'd never had that happen before. Just trying to correct their problem on the chat that says that they had an error. So, okay. They definitely had an error. All right. Just going to jump right in. We're going to have a little bit of fun, but actually I'm not jumping right in, really. But we're going to start with something funny, wait for people to come in case anybody does get the notification. All right. Just a little bit of stupidity to start with here. Now, if this one has music, I do not know. I cannot remember everything I was reading today. If this has music, I may have to not be able to play it. All right, it does. I'm not going to... Hang on, let me see what it is. Yeah, there's music. Screw this. People putting music and stuff, man. All it takes... Rumble knows I'm doing a commentary. YouTube doesn't give a shit. I've had to go through and argue copyright, and I've won every single one of them, even against HBO. But the time you have to take to go through, then they can take up to 30 days or so to decide. It's ignorant. So anymore now, I'm just muting anything that has music on YouTube. But this just you get the idea. You don't have to. She's got captions for you. So let me mute. Make sure it's muted. All right. Just got my immigration visa approved. Goodbye, America. Welcome, Netherlands. Bye. Go. Go. Enjoy. By the way, if this is her home in America, by looking at it, yeah, okay, you're going to do great over there. I'm sure they're going to be very happy to have you. Netherlands, I hope you know what you're getting. So, yeah. Okay. Maybe this is not a big loss for us, I'm guessing. What do you want to bet she's ends up like the lady we played that, went over to Africa, then was, oh my God, I got to go back to America. Don't believe what they tell you. Don't leave America. So, yeah, I don't think she's going to be a big loss for us. Flipping off America. Okay. This right here is the derangement. I'm going to bet she's 25 at the oldest. So, since the age of 15, her lefty school teachers, our public school system, the mainstream media have been hammering in her head for 10 years. Trump bad. Orange man bad. America bad. America is the most racist place on earth. So, yeah, she's all, wee! Good. Go. Bye. Enjoy. I don't think she's a big loss to us. Anybody else? I don't. I do not. I do not. I'm checking you guys on Rumble. Welcome, by the way. Oh, man. I just don't think she's a big loss. Place all ripped up, holes in it, everything. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Enjoy. Me. And another one here, then we'll move on to exactly what I came here to talk about. Just giving everybody a moment. Community Notes and Violations posted this. You're telling me if the big, beautiful bill passes, I will lose the bottom surgery that I've been on a wait list for 2 years. Only if we're paying for it. If you're paying for it, you can feel free to go do it. Where is it these people expect you and I to have to pay for this crap? This is not life-saving surgery. It is not. I'm sorry. And I know personally, oh my God, it's racist if you say no black person, racist if you don't say no black person. Same with trans people. I personally know 3 or 4 trans people. So, yeah. As far as I know, one of them is in an NIH country, National Health, that pays for it, but the others are not. Whether their insurance will pay for it or they pay for it privately, that's on them. But if the government, you're expecting tax dollars, or the United States military, the only way you join the reason you join the military is just to get it paid for, too bad. Too bad. We don't owe you that. Something that's many people regret and messing up people's bodies. If you're a grown adult and you can pay for it, knock yourself out.
So you're telling me that if the big, beautiful bill passes, I will lose everything. I will lose
everything?
The bottom surgery that I have been on a wait list for 2 years.
Okay.
I will lose my testosterone.
Okay. Unless you are a man with a defect or get older where things have a problem when you lose it, no.
All gender-affirming care.
That's not what it is. Sorry, it's my opinion. That's not gender-affirming care.
Gone. Just gone.
Okay.
And y'all are okay with that. You think that trans people shouldn't exist.
Not on my tax dollar. What other electives? I have a big nose. I want to get nose-affirming surgery. Can I tell everybody else to pay for it? No. Will my insurance pay for plastic surgery? No. No. If you can pay for it, feel free, but stop acting like it's any different a lot of times than a lot of other stuff people want done. Health care is stuff you must have done. That's not. Sorry, it's not. I know to these people, oh my God, we have to. Nope.
So you're trying to eradicate our health care.
It's not health care. Sorry. I'll say that to the ones I know. It's not health care. It is not. You won't drop dead if it doesn't get done. If I don't get some of the meds for my lungs, I literally could drop dead. Somebody doesn't get insulin, they could literally drop dead. Somebody doesn't get stuff for MS. Get a angiogram done, you could drop dead, but this you will not.
I thought you cared about kids, cause they're about to.
No. Like I just said, if you're a grown adult and you can pay for it, do what you want. I will call you by the name you want. I may not agree with or say that you're that gender, but I will call you by that name. We can all live together. But when you bring in kids, screw that. Leave the kids out of it. Until you're over 18, do not touch children. Do not be messing with kids. You mess with kids before or at puberty, none of that can ever be reversed. At least if you mess with an adult, some things can be reversed. You mess with a developing body, oh crap. And tons of these are coming out as, oh my God, I wish somebody would have told me this. That I would never feel anything for sex. That my body could never go back. They make these kids think, oh, it's no big deal. You can just go right back if you don't like it. No. A lop off of me does not grow back. So yeah, craziness.
To die. Like a lot.
All right. That was the end. I just wanted a couple things just to give anybody a chance. You know, it seems like most of my viewers, except on Rumble, I see you guys over there. Rumble viewers are up more this time for my notifications. The YouTube ones are not. All right. But we're going to go into this. Now, everybody's seen this ad. And everybody knows this ad. We're going to play it. And, sorry, I have to have my notifications on. My dad had a doctor's appointment today, so I apologize for that. But everybody's seen this ad. It is very viral. And it's from the, you'll see. Let's see, watch here.
I had a really good time today.
We've seen it.
Me too. I really look.
What are you doing?
She's coming with us.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're rounding up illegals.
She was born here. She's a citizen.
I don't care.
Really?
She looks like one of them. But don't worry. When she's in prison in El Salvador.
I think it's funny how they put looks on this for the GOP. That's not very self-aware, because they will say if a person looks like a girl, they're a girl. I don't know if they're paying attention to their self-awareness here. Well, she looks like one of those illegals, so she's going to have to go home. I don't know.
She'll have lots of company.
And he goes in for the Joe Biden hand touch and sniff. The homegrowns are next. And now this is from, hang on here, the Progess Action Fund. Now, I do love the Joe Biden comparison there, as I will show you here. Let me shrink me down, by the way, guys. Sorry. I hit my hotkey, but it didn't do it. But we've all seen that ad. I will play it again for you because I screwed up. Welcome to my afternoon. Jay Watterson didn't let me know.
Yeah, me too. I really look.
What are you doing?
She's coming with us.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're rounding up illegals.
She was born here. She's a citizen.
I don't care. She looks like one.
Now, my question is, were her parents illegals? Yeah. Too bad. That's not what the 14th Amendment is. The 14th Amendment was never meant for illegals. The writers of the 14th Amendment clearly said that. Go look it up. They said, no, you must be under the jurisdiction thereof our government. Or why is it every, anybody who comes on vacation from out of their country, comes here, has a baby. It's not an American citizen. A diplomat's family or anybody in the embassy staff has a baby. They're not an American citizen. Why? Why is it we make a cutout for illegal aliens' children? Well, they're Americans. Well, what about all these people in the embassy staff? No. What about all these people on vacation having kids? No. Illegals? Yes. Writers of the 14th said no. Sneaking across pregnant, they knew there could be abuse. So this ad is stupid.
One of them. But don't worry. When she's in prison in El Salvador, she'll have lots of company.
And the extra lean in at the end for the Joe Biden sniff. Now, I bring it up because, right here. Look at that. Yeah, the comparisons. Come on. They knew what they were doing. They did the Joe Biden. It's funny how they're trying to pin Joe Biden's insanity, his weirdness, the videos and pictures of him grabbing kids weirdly and leaning in, sniffing them. And the kids, some of them, getting weirded. Some of the kids, you could tell had seen him before, wouldn't even go near him. Parents like, hey, and like, I remember him. This is the Democrats. Once again, they are projecting onto anybody else the shit that they do. Joe Biden was a creepy sniffer, and they still are trying to project it on somebody else. It's nuts. It's crazy nuts. Yeah, 100% Jay Watterson. I don't understand. Because is anybody going to fall for this? I mean, really. I mean, come on. They are clearly using older guys that try to look like Biden. And it's, I mean, who are they talking to anymore? And this is just their newest ad, guys. I went and looked around because I was curious. Hey, I wonder if these lunatics have made any other ads. Hey, let me move me over. I'm going to take some of me off the screen anyway. Boop, 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 boop. Doing. There we go. Get me off the screen a little bit. There we go. I like that a little better. All right. But yeah, you're right, Jay Watterson. But the thing is, my God, they'll even project for their insane, freakish stuff onto everybody else. Because, Joe Biden was fine. They always said that. They always defended that weird crap he did. The crap that he showered with his daughter is in her own diary. It has been proven to be her diary. Her saying, well, I'm sure it was inappropriate. My daddy was showering with me really older. It's like, what? But hey, Trump's the bad guy. Trump likes his daughter. Dude, show me a diary that's been proven to be Trump's daughter's where she says, Dad was showering with me when I was a teen. And then we'll talk. But oh no. Trump just wants to bang his daughter. Joe Biden was in showers and doing something with his daughter. Why do you think Hunter and half his family's all screwed up? That is a screwed up family. But yeah, I just liked how they actually had a picture there you can look at and compare. It's like, holy crap. But this isn't the only ad. So we move on. And yes, these guys have been doing this for years. This Progess Action group. Vote accordingly because some things transcend party. Weird, creepy Republicans in our bedroom, ooga booga, or in our doctor's office is one of them. And this is from August 12th, 2024. This political ad nails it. Republicans will defund Medicare. That has been the booga booga ever since I was a kid. And I get to know that for sure because my family, I grew up in a house that was very lefty. I tell the story that my family, when I was a child, did work for the Mondale Ferraro campaign. My family, some of them, still have pictures of them meeting Barack Obama, signed picture from Barack Obama as they worked for him. Thought he was a great guy, and some of my family thinks that Barack Obama and Joe Biden are the best two presidents in history. Yes, that includes Washington and Lincoln. Holy crap. The other half of my family thinks Ronald Reagan was better than Jesus himself. So yeah, I'm in the middle. But this whole scare tactic about, oh my God, they just want to take away our Medicare. It's been going on since I was a kid. And there's been multiple times the GOP has had all the power in the government and could have done it and never did it. Yet that's the one thing they roll out, just like the racism thing. So yeah, we'll defund Medicare for life-saving treatments, and it depends what they are, we need, but they'll make sure Viagra is still covered for themselves. Yeah, as if the GOP is the only ones using Viagra. Shut up. I mean, that and just projecting again. I'm not sure how loud this is, guys, so let me know.
Doctor, he's flatlining.
We need to get him into surgery.
Sorry, you can't do that.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we defunded Medicare, and we're not paying for this surgery.
This man is dying. Now get out of the hospital.
I won the last election. I'm not going anywhere. But don't worry, we made sure Medicare still covers Viagra. And I need a refill.
Doctor, he's flatlining.
We need to get him into surgery.
Sorry, you can't do that.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
These are
I'm
so
your
ridiculous.
Republican congressman.
They're just so ridiculous. Yeah, they're just gonna, hey, he needs surgery. He got hit by a car and his spleen is ruptured. Well, you can't do that because we say so. It's all just pure fear-mongering. That's all Democrats have. And I know a lot of pundits right now are talking about that's all Democrats have right now is their fear and their crazy stunts. Hell, I've said it myself. But if you go back and look, that's pretty much what the Democrats have been running on for well over 10 years. It's fear, hate, divide. Craziness. Jay Waters, I'm still waiting for all the declassified stuff. JFK, Epstein. Well, we saw JFK. They released JFK. We learned nothing new. Yeah, JFK stuff came out, what, a month ago? Month and a half ago? And nothing ain't real. we pretty much learned nothing new. There was very little in it. It was mostly a nothing burger, but I'm going to say there's more that has been destroyed. I will try to give them benefit of the doubt and say they did release everything they could, even though I want to know there were some redacted bits in there, but I want to know what in the name of shit needs redacted, 50, 60, 70 years later. Nothing. When 90% of the people around then are gone, deceased, why do we have to redact anything? But the JFK files, everything they did have, they say they released. Now, what I'm thinking about, I want to know Epstein. This Epstein thing is really starting to irk me. So yeah. Those ads are just distractions. Stay focused. Don't feed into it. Well, that's why I'm playing the ads. My whole live stream is about these ads. So I'm not getting distracted. I'm playing these ads on purpose. Because this is what lefties, to you and me, may be distraction. To the left, this is their belief of these people. They really think the Republicans are this gnashing teeth. We want to take over everybody's lives. They still think Trump did. They're good people in the white Supremes in the Charlottesville riot. They think Trump messed with that weirdo lady in New York, even though she was doing it in a dress that didn't exist at the time, in a room that is always locked, but oh, it wasn't locked this time. The most famous man in New York didn't get seen, has his own place. He could have done it secretly and quietly, picks a woman who was never beautiful when he has access to beauty queens. Yeah. Change laws just to go after him. But, that's what they think of these. They somehow still think Trump R-worded this lady. They say that. When it was never shown he did, it was in a civil court they won. There was no criminal anything. So this is not a distraction to you and me. To these people, they believe this. This is their Bible. They really think. So these people are only talking to their smooth-brained. These are the brainwashed people. And this is why I think it's important everybody knows there's more than one of these ads, because you got to know how to refute these people. You got to know where they're coming from, what has programmed them, and what is sending them out there with this crazy crap in their head. They really believe this crap. They believe this ad. They believe this ad. They say that Trump hates the Browns, even though she's barely browner than him. And he's redheaded pretty much. They really believe this crap, and everybody needs to know where they're getting this crap from. So not a distraction to you and me, but is a distraction to them. But we should know this stuff. We have to know this stuff. Epstein was probably alive and living a good life. Boy, you know what? You ready? You ready for this one? Hey, you're Mexican. You ready for this one? Hey, probably in Israel. Yeah. Mossad is still debriefing him. Let's see. Partial releases are BS. They released everything they said they had, and there are not a lot of redactions in there. But that's everything they have. But come on, if the powers that be really had some secret shit going on with the JFK thing, do you really think they would let it around still? No. As most of the people that were adults then are gone, and then all they do is delete and remove everything. That's why they keep shit on paper, guys. They don't keep shit. Our government and most governments in the world are not antiquated on accident. They are still doing retirements and all this other shit, money moving and everything in paper for a reason. Because what happens with paper? You can disappear it. You can burn it. Once it's on a computer system, it always leaves a trace. Somebody can find it. It can come out later. If you just have a couple files and you hold on to those, no copies are made, a skiff type thing, you can't even make a copy, it can be disappeared. So if there was anything else in the JFK they didn't show us, I'm thinking it's gone. And I'm thinking the Epstein stuff, I don't know. The very fact that, okay, we're wandering, but here, we'll get there in a minute. So he might get near-death experience in 2 prisons. Yeah. Hey, Jim Patterson. If you guys missed anything, we're just doing a couple of these ads because everybody knows about this one here where the Latina gets arrested and sniffed by the Joe Biden lookalike. But I went back and looked. There's other ads here from the same group over the last couple of years. And they're all loony ads. So just this one they really got viral on. But this next one here, this is a good one. This is from June 27, 2024. Everyone in America needs to see this new ad. Da-da-da. Republicans are coming for our contraception. He's got periods after each one. I was just trying to, please watch and share. Okay.
I'll be quick.
Yeah, he might really be quick. He may not be joking with her. Okay, ask me a question here, guys. I almost look like Lionel Richie in a way. I swear. Besides the 1970s butterfly shirt. Oh.
ID, please.
You need an ID to buy condoms now?
The new legislation passed by Republicans in Congress after they voted against the Right to Contraception Act.
Get out of here.
I don't make the rules. Will these be used with a spouse?
No.
Are you in a committed monogamous relationship?
We haven't really had the talk yet.
Is this heterosexual copulation?
Yes. Does that matter?
Do you like Taylor Swift?
I mean, her Eras tour was lit.
I'm sorry. You're not eligible to buy the condoms.
Come on.
Do you still want to buy the rose?
Yet. Shut up. But Republicans in Congress just blocked the Right to Contraception Act. Allowing states to threaten our access to condoms, IDs. You know what? Even Hobby Lobby is owned by a very conservative family. Allows, I believe it's 12 out of 16 forms of birth control on their insurance. But because they don't give them the other 4, oh my God. Yeah, they're going to ban condoms. Once again, Democrats have nothing but fear-mongering. Yeah, they're going to block all contraception, so we can't just go bang whoever we want at all times. There's 1,000 different ways you can decide not to have a kid, folks. How you doing, Jim? Got a couple more of these to go through. Rebecca said the Epstein stuff, it will either be released or someone will be facing charges for destroying evidence. Another thing, with paper, it leaves a trail of chain of possession. Yeah, you can. Oh, you can hide it. You sweet summer child. Yeah, you can. You just don't fill out any paperwork shows chain of possession. That's easy. Computer is what you can't hide. As you transfer and send and everything else on computer, there's always a footprint. You got to physically destroy all. You got to do a Hillary Clinton and physically destroy anything that touched. Paper? Come on. You are overly assuming that anybody to do with Epstein would have filled out any chain of custody. I mean, come on. If you've got this crazy Epstein stuff, would you have filled out a chain of custody thing? If you are one of the people trying to hide this, you're not going to go, hell, I'm going to sign chain of custody Epstein stuff. You're going to do nothing like that. You're going to hand it to somebody else who is helping you hide this shit, is going in a deep, dark room somewhere. There ain't going to be a paperwork trail. Come on. There's no paperwork trail on what they have. Come on. The DOJ had no paperwork trail to find the shit that was in the New York office being hidden. Thousands of hours, pallets full of evidence. There was no paper trail. So don't tell me there's a paper trail. All it takes is somebody to not do it. And multiple people are involved. Let's just say, tinfoil time. Let's just say that this is every bit as deep, cover-up, crazy shit as everybody thinks it is. You're going to tell me they would leave a paper trail? That somebody that big and powerful that could hide this much shit for that long would leave a paper trail? No. They are going to make sure there's no paper trail. Easier to do than on computers. So yeah, that's crazy. They ain't going to leave no paper trail. Am I over all the way? Yeah, I am. Okay. I'm over all the way. As far as it goes. Okay. So no, they're not going to leave a paper trail. Checking everybody on Rumble. How you doing? Okay. All right, let's head back. A couple more of these I want to go through. Like I said, these are not a distraction because this is what the left thinks is going on. They really believe this crap. These are smooth brains that think, oh my God, anybody that looks Hispanic is going to be arrested. Yeah, one of my friends is Hispanic. He's dark Hispanic. His whole family's Hispanic. They all voted for Trump. Not a single one of them is scared of Trump. I showed this to his wife. His wife's like, the hell is this crap? And they were even laughing at this girl. He's like, wow, that's Hispanic? She's like, what the hell? We've been here 2 generations. We ain't near that light. So where'd they get her? And this one here is so unspecific. Just anything you want to do in the hospital. All right. So. And we go to October 26, 2024. New ad by Democrat Progess Action Fund and Defend the Vote, which, you know, is Democrat for let's cheat, let's disenfranchise the vote. You know, let's have Chinese doing driver's licenses for mail-in ballots. Let's suddenly have 20 million more people vote in an election, weirdly, than voted in the decades before, and then in the election after. Weird. How all those numbers are almost the same. Defend the Vote entitled Republicans Rubbing You the Wrong Way. Depicts a fake congressman taking away a man's phone so he can't watch prawn. Yeah. Can't watch weird sexy stuffs. There. Happy, YouTube? The super PAC spent $2.5 million to run this ad in swing states. Democrats are advocating for weird, sexy stuff. Not my biggest thing to be against it. I do think it's too easily found, and I think it's messing up a lot of people because it's too easily to get your hands on. There's too much of it, but hey, you're a grown adult, I guess. But this is just as dumb as all the others we've seen.
Oh! Sorry, you can't do that.
What the hell, man? How'd you get in here?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're banning porn nationwide.
You can't tell me what to do. Get out of my bedroom, you creep.
I won the last election, so it's my decision. I'm just gonna watch and make sure you don't finish illegally.
Now keep in mind, once again, they were putting this ad out with that guy. This is with Joe Biden in office. I mean, he looks a lot. Every guy they use looks a lot like Joe Biden. I mean, come on. What are you doing here? This guy right here looks a lot like Biden, especially when he got elected, before he really went all Crypt Keeper on us. Democrats project. It is nuts. Fearmonger. You won't be able to wax your own weasel. You won't be able to jerk the gherkin. Beat the bishop. Wax the one-eyed Willie the Wonder Weasel. And for you girls, you won't be able to push your own buttons because they're gonna be in your bedroom. Booga. Lefties really believe this shit and they come out and scream it. And this is why they get violent. They believe this crap. Even though, once again, Republicans have had full charge multiple times in my lifetime and have never done it. All right. This one is from November of 2024. They launch a new ad targeting young males to vote for Kamala Harris. Look how well that worked, by the way. Airing on popular streaming services in swing states, the ad shifts focus to attention-grabbing tactics over policy. A move that raises questions about the campaign's desperation. Yeah, it was desperate, all right. All right. I'll catch up with you guys right after this one, but this is.
Oh, God. The condom broke.
Oh, I have plan B in the bathroom.
Great. I'm gonna go get that now.
I have plan D in my bathroom. I'll go get it. It's her bathroom, her medicine cabinet. You know right where she keeps it? Weird.
Sorry, you can't use that.
Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we ban Plan B.
No, you can't. You can't do this. I can't have a kid right now.
I won the last election, so it's my decision. Now let's get back in there so we can give her the news, Daddy.
Just so funny. And got your Joe Biden. I don't think they had any clue. This is the lack of self-awareness. They use guys that look like Joe Biden. It's creepy. I mean, you almost want to ask Biden, dude, did you know about these ads? They were making you out to be some GOP creeper weirdo. They'll say GOP, but that's a Biden surrogate right there. What the shit? Maybe that's why Biden's got all pissed off and Joe's putting on that Trump hat And Jill's wearing red during the election. Maybe they saw some of this and went, oh, you assholes. What the hell are you doing? All right. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm going to catch up with you guys and we'll move on to the next one. And do me a favor. Please hit thumbs up and subscribe. That's to you guys on Rumble and YouTube. So, yeah, let me see. I see you guys over on Rumble. Not a lot of people chat on Rumble. Only 2 or 3 people ever. But I see the views and the numbers are good, so thank you, guys. All right, let me catch up with you guys. Like Goose from Top Gun, yeah. Everybody said it reminds me of an experience trying to buy them from a gas station at 3 a.m. after the club's chick was on the wind-up, asking me for size and flavor preference. Well, I'm going to ask you a question. Why was she asking you for a condom flavor preference? I think she's about to get you involved in something you don't want to know if she's worried about what your flavor preference of a condom is. Yeah, I'm hoping, no, I'm hoping that's just worded wrong. Oh, the sizing thing, boy. You walk into some of those places. I am very happy that I don't have to look at the small, medium, XL, whatever. Hey, I'll admit right away, I'm not some porn star wearing the Ultra Magnum. You know, fine. But I feel bad that there are sizes on some of those damn things, and that some poor people got to walk up with this box that says eeny weeny teeny weeny size. It's like, shit. You are Tom Thumb. Crap. That would suck. But flavors? I don't know why she's asking you the flavor. You'd be going, no, honey. What flavor do you like? Hey, Connie, how you doing? Let's see. All right. So was that supposed to be Hunter? I don't know. Jay Watterson, I don't know. You almost wonder, don't you? Because it seems like, boy, it almost seems like they were hating on the Bidens, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know if he's... You know what? Jay Watterson, you may be right, because I'm betting Joe sat in and watched Hunter a couple times. When he says, we'll go back out and watch her. We'll tell her together, Daddy, or I'm going to watch you so you don't finish on your own. You know, as scary as it is, and I don't know for sure, but we know for a fact Joe Biden showered with his teen daughter. Crazy shit. Other women have alleged of him doing crappy crap stuff with them. Hey, believe all women. Well, not unless, only if it's against Trump, not Joe Biden. So, Joe's done some weird shit. His son is messed up. Is banging his dead brother's ex-wife, banging strippers, having kids. Jay Watterson, you might be right. Joe might sit in and watch Hunter, flog the snake, flog the one-eyed snake there. I don't know. You gotta wonder. Oof. Bunny, I'll be gone tomorrow. My oldest daughter is getting married tomorrow. Oh, wow. Cool, Bunny. Congratulations. Congratulations. Boulder, Colorado. Well, you might be in the middle of a bunch. I would not wear a Trump pin to that wedding. I know, it's your family, but I'm assuming in Colorado anymore that everybody's going to be driving Subarus and eating granola and have their, oh my God, why didn't Cammie win pins on or something? Hey, Ryan. They definitely picked the right actress. Yeah. That commercial strikes the heart of every American guy. No, don't take the Latinas. Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely cute. But like I said, my Latino friends, his whole family down the street right here, they were laughing. They're here 2 generations or more, and they're going, where'd they find this girl? We're darker than she is. Because friend's wife goes, man, if I saw her in the street, I wouldn't see Latina automatically. I'd see, okay, just American white girl. They're like, what the hell? Our daughters are all darker than this. It's like, where'd you find the most Latina out there? So they were laughing. But yeah, she's cute. They knew what they were doing. Hell, even the girl in this, what was it? Which one? This one here. Nope, that's the wrong one. Even she was pretty hot. I mean, she's not bad. But was it this one? Oh, come on. I just played a couple of them. Oh, okay. Let's see. What's next? This one. Oh, yeah. Right here. That chick. She's pretty cute, too. I mean, okay. She's got a face for it. Yeah, I mean, they're not bad at casting. I'll give them that. Let's see here. They take all the Latinas and I'm going to be immigrating south. It's just funny because they're acting like booga booga. Anybody Latino's gonna be picked up. They tried to say that chick in California. They arrested a pregnant woman and we're gonna deport her. No, they arrested her because she interfered with them arresting her illegal alien boyfriend. Then they let her go. My gods. Hired from the casting couch. You know what, Bexy? Maybe that's why we're not seeing the Epstein stuff. They're still using the Epstein people. They got that list going, hey, get me some people. That could be. Shout out to all the big booty Latinas. Alex Stein, man, I'm telling you, okay. Primetime Live, whatever. He is, I can take him in bursts, but when I can, he's really hilarious. I can't watch too much of him because I can see where he gets on people's nerves. So yeah. If Joe didn't sit in to watch, he could always just watch the video. You know, Hunter made of it. Yeah. Yeah, we got a guy that admits to sniffing Parmesan out of carpet, but hey, thank God the Secret Service and one of the most surveilled buildings in the country, or in the world probably, couldn't figure out whose cocaine that was in the private residence area. And it was. That area, there's only so many people allowed in that area. That's not, and they tried to make you think, well, that's where all the tourists go. And especially not those lockers. Only certain people get to use those. It's a list of only like 200 people allowed in that area. But we can't figure out who did it. Do a drug test. Well, we can't do that, really. As an auto repair shop owner, I can test my employees for drugs. Truck drivers, we do it all the time. We have drug tests. But hey, you know, cocaine in the White House around somebody maybe making decisions for the world, can't do that. So yeah. Hire the casting couch, 100%. All right, Urbexy, what do you think of Trump's new idea of allowing undocumented farm workers to stay at the farm owner takes responsibility? I think it's a horrible idea. Is that good? I think it's stupid. I don't think Trump should be backing off on this. I grew up in an area where I worked on farms. My brother and I both, and a lot of people we knew worked on farms. Was detasseling, putting bales up in the loft, hay baling itself, mucking out stalls, feeding animals. Worked on farms. Who's working on most of those farms now? Most of those farms are illegal aliens working those jobs. I have friends that still live out there that talk about how their kids can't get the jobs we all grew up with because the farmer just wants to pay an illegal alien under the table almost nothing. And hey, I like farmers, but I also see a lot of farmers I drive by are living in pretty damn big houses and have very nice pickup trucks, very nice equipment, and I know some of them that still take shit amazing vacations. So I think they can afford to pay Americans. So, yeah, but I think it's a dumb idea. You cannot. You are either getting the illegals out or you're not. Go out, come back in. If we need work visas, then we do that. But no. You can't tell one group of illegals, you're fine, but the rest of you fuckers got to go. No. So, Trump has kind of backed off on that lately, though. But yeah, I think it was a dumb thing to say at all. I don't care. We can find people to pick strawberries. You just have to pay them. We can find people to detassel, do hay mows. We can do it. You just got to pay them. You don't want to pay them, then too bad. Sorry. Pay Americans. It worked fine for me. I'm not that old, so that's recent. We were paying people just fine till we buried ourselves in illegals. They're taking advantage, and I do not agree. I think Grafter would be happy with those jobs. Younger generation, though, not so much. There are some out in my area where I grew up. There's a lot of people out there who would love to have those jobs. That's what you did out there because there weren't a lot of Hardee's or McDonald's or movie theaters or anything else to work at. I got friends out there that say their kids cannot find jobs. You know, you just can't. You can't even take a lawnmower, an old pickup truck, an old trailer, and a lawn tractor around and try to mow people's lawns anymore. Because one, there's so many lawn care services, but two, there's so many illegals doing it. So these guys living out there, these kids have nothing. And the family wants to teach their son or daughter work ethic, but how do you do it when there's no jobs around? Where your 16, 17-year-old son or daughter has to drive 35, 40 minutes each way in town to work a little crap time job. So no, I don't think we should have any illegals staying. Right now, we need to boot them all. And plus, every one of those illegals Trump may be okay with staying is a Democrat voter. So, I'm against it 100%. I hope I made that clear enough. Grafters. What's a grafter? I don't know what grafter is, Urbexy. I don't think you're using American English here. Ryan, coke is the worst drug in the world to do in somewhere like the White House. Guaranteed that Baggy's gonna play hide and seek, yeah. Nothing in the world harder to find than a blow baggie after hour 3. Well, all I know is they could have drug tested them all. Well, there's only 200 people out in this area, but we can't drug test them. We just don't know who. Somehow, no camera picked anything up. We have no idea who used this locker, my ass. And oh darn, we just can't figure it out. So we're just going to give up. Dude, imagine if that happened in the Trump White House. Holy shit. Holy shit. Could you imagine the hell raining down? That would be 24/7 media coverage. There would be Democrats. Al Green would be up in the well of the Congress, waving his cane again, banging it on stuff and yelling that Trump should be arrested. You know? They wouldn't have let it go. But somehow when it's Biden family, once again, Democrats are never held to account. Hey, how many arrests? Connie sent me a message the other day talking about this too. How many arrests have we seen happening? Do you see them hunting down all these protesters? They said, Gavin Newsom, we're going to hunt these people down and get them. They're not getting away with this. Do you see it? Do you see all the arrests? Do you see them looking at footage and hunting them down? Not a bit. Democrats always get away with it, and Republicans are pussies. They will all be wearing farm workwear now. My mom told me about the braceros in the 50s. They used to bring workers each year to work in the fields. Yeah. Coyotes. Then return them back to Mexico after the growing season. Yeah. Grafter equals hard workers. Okay. That's way too close to grifter over here. All right. But yeah, okay, let me ask any of you guys. What do you think about Donald Trump saying that, the farm workers, maybe not so much. Let them stay. Do you think that's a bad move? Yeah, I'm keeping her on the screen, her O face for a reason. It's like, here, let me help. There we go. That's even better. There you go. That's a little more pleasant to stare at. What do you guys think? Do you think that's a dumb thing Trump has done and said? Once again, I'm not in a cult. I'll say it all bad when he says bad. I do like that they've stepped up. It seems like they're stepping it up a little, but I don't think they're doing near enough. I keep saying it. I keep volunteering. There's a whole neighborhood in my area called the Floreciente neighborhood. Walk in there. You're going to find probably 75% of the people living there are illegals. When all your billboards from State Farm and your big companies are all in Spanish and it's all little Mexican grocery stores, I think we can figure it out. When the police officers know they drive through these neighborhoods and half the plates don't match the type of car or they're expired, you kind of got the idea. When it's Where's Waldo to find somebody that speaks English in that neighborhood, I think we have an idea. And in my area here in the Quad Cities, there's at least 4 major neighborhoods like that everybody knows about. Get into those and get rid of these people. No, it doesn't work anymore, Connie, because now the Democrats have made it so these people know they don't come here for a job then go back home. They come here and they get handed everything. Like I said, when you're handing every man, woman, and child, so a family of 4 here, let's talk a family of 4 illegals, $3,000 to $8,000 on a card every month. So a family of 4, that's $12,000 at least in cash. They can spend anywhere with this card. That's crazy. Plus food stamps, plus housing, plus free medical. Shit. I know many families of 4 that would love to live on $12,000 a month. No wonder they want to go. No wonder a lot of illegals here have better cars than Americans. Wow, somebody's overdoing my... That's not who I need to be listening for, and somebody's really overdoing it. So yeah, you can't do it anymore because they've given them so many incentives to stay here and take from us. All right. My God, what in the absolute? I love it. I got to leave my notifications on because my dad's at a doctor's appointment just in case I have a problem. But man, oh man, that was crazy. All right. So we're going to move on here. Another one of these ads. And once again, I don't think these are a distraction. You got to know what the lefty's seeing, what the 10-year program smooth brains are seeing, what they're thinking. This is from April 14th, 2025, this year. Tomorrow is tax day. I wonder if this guy is a lefty and if he enjoys being in these ads, or if even he's going, shit, it was a good paycheck, but I didn't know I was going to be this. All right. While you're paying too much in taxes, MAGA is planning yet another massive tax cut for their billionaire sugar daddy donors. You mean the billionaire sugar daddies that Trump has hammered with his tariffs? Telling them, hey, screw you, stop making all your shit overseas and shipping it over here, stop screwing American workers, bring your shit back here. Those MAGA billionaires that he's helping? Lefties are morons. Look at all the billionaires pissed at Trump. He is messing with their cheap money. So yeah, Elon will hate this ad. You should share it everywhere. Oh my God. Right. This one, it's not graphic, but they came close on this one.
Bro, I just paid my taxes. So expensive.
I know, tell me about it.
Oh my God.
What are you doing?
I'm your Republican congressman. I'm fundraising for re-election and servicing my sugar daddy and lowering his taxes.
You said you were going to lower our taxes, man.
Sorry. You didn't give me any money.
Once again, the lack of self-awareness. Just coming out of 4 years of Joe Biden causing insane inflation, insane taxes, insane interest rates, screwing the economy into the ground, making food insanely priced, and they're going to have the Joe Biden lookalike who's doing a hum job going, yeah, I'm going to mess with your taxes. Really? The lack of self-awareness or outright lying. Craziness.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Daddy paid for full service, and I'm always a good boy for him.
Bro, I just paid my taxes.
The lack. This is what smooth brains see, guys. I'm sorry. This is what they see. Joe Biden look like here. They're projecting as usual. All right. Now, this is not graphic, YouTube. There is no nudity. There's nothing there. This is shown on TV around the country in certain states, I guess. Everyone needs to watch this new ad about Republican attempts. This was 2023. Attempts to take away birth control. Make sure everyone sees it. Once again, good casting. I'm going to give them points on the casting. Damn. Definitely using the Epstein list a little bit, maybe. I don't know. They're way too old for Epstein list.
Do you have a condom?
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't use those.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're banning birth control.
This is our decision, not yours. Get out of our bedroom.
I won the last election. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to watch and make sure you don't do anything illegal.
Once again, lack of self-awareness. That was right during Joe Biden with all the weird shit going on with his family and Ashley's diary and everything. They use a dude that looks like Joe who's going to be creeping on people in bedrooms. They just project. Crazy. Then there was one more, but let me catch up, see what you guys are doing over here. See you guys on Rumble. Been on for just about an hour, and we're probably not going to be on a lot longer unless you guys have something you wanted to go over. Because I'm going to do a short one right now. Let's see. All right. Let's catch up here. Got one more to go through. This one was a little bit freaky. This is from a year ago. So once again, still during the Biden era. All right.
Very few political ads ever break through. They're never memorable. And I know you're thinking about Reagan's Morning in America. It was great. Hillary Clinton's 3 a.m. phone call. It didn't win her the election, but it defined things. The most effective political ads in recent times center around a man who plays, quote, your Republican congressman.
Which is funny. They talk about these being the most, well, some of the most viral political ads. Honestly, the Latina one is the only one I'd ever seen out of these. Let me know if any of you guys ever seen these. Comment below. I've never seen or heard of these till the Latina one. That one just happened to go viral. But then I started going around and looking, and these were out there. And they've been going on for years. Weren't that amazing as far as I'm concerned.
He's told rape girls they can't get abortions. He's told hospitals they can't treat heart attack victims. He's told couples they can't use condoms. It has been devastatingly effective.
Has it? Has it? They lost the election. A lot of these were done before the election. They lost. It doesn't seem effective since the Democrats are the least popular ever in their history right now, and they keep getting less popular. Donors are running away from the Democrat Party. So News Nation, you're wrong. They are not effective at all. In fact, I believe it's the fear-mongering that these try to portray that is getting people to run away from Democrats.
4 Democrats running against Republicans. And now the Republican congressman is stealing babies conceived via in vitro fertilization, otherwise known as IVF.
Oh, yeah.
I still can't believe this beautiful girl is ours.
Our little IVF miracle.
Sorry, she's not yours anymore.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. We made IVF illegal, and we're not letting you criminals raise her.
Joe Jacobson is back with us.
Yeah. Hey, look. Surprise. Fearmonger. My God, they got nothing. I'm not going to play the rest. If you want to go check it out, you can check it over here as News Nations from 1 year ago. That's just the ad. They've got nothing. And this guy is 100% wrong. They are not effective. They have not helped the Democrats win. People are swinging to the right. Democrats are crashing and burning. And I'm nonpartisan. I really have never, I'm not a supporter of Republicans. I think they're wieners, liars, and pussies. When we vote them in and give them power to do something, they run away from it. They run away from it like a vampire in sunlight. So then what happens when the left gets in, they move us to the left. When the right gets in, they maybe slow it down, but we're still going to the left. So yeah, Bunny, you haven't heard of seen any of these either. Neither have I. But they're all over. There's a lot of these. So, yeah. Let's see. All right. Weird how, once again, I get so many more viewers when I come on late at night. It's weird. All right. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think they're useless ads. I think these are just one more of the symptoms of why the Democrats are losing people. They're looking at this saying you're insane. Totally insane. And that's all because this one went viral that I found these others. And a few others I saw had 1 or 2 of these. But I went looking. In fact, I'm betting you watch. You and I have talked about stuff on this stream, or you've seen on my videos, then suddenly, who comes out? The bigger channels, 2, 3, 4 days later talking about it. I even saw something on Tim Pool's show last night, What? I'm like, dude, I was playing that 2 days ago. All right, well, I guess if nobody's got anything else to talk about, I think we're going to blow it up here, do one last word, and get out for the time being. Whoa, didn't go. Boom, there it goes. All right. So, yeah, afternoon stream, everybody has asked me to stop doing just red eye streams. Not to be a peener head, but a quarter of the views of the late night streams. If that, yeah. So I don't know, guys. If you want these streams, you have to let me know. If you watch it later, comment below. Do you want more than one stream a day? You want to just stick with late night? So it's kind of why I tried to edge into this and see if it would work. Because every time I've done an afternoon or evening stream, this is what happened. But I do thank those of you who are here. So let me know. Let me know. Do you want more than one a day? I mean, live streams are probably what I'm going to do. I can do short ones on single topics, too. I've got a bunch of those lined up. Won't be starting today. So, and I know next weekend, we're going to be out of town for 2 days. But until then, yeah. Jay Watterson, what is that? All right. Well, tonight later we may, if I come back to a later stream, we might be talking about Matt Getz, the Iran-Israel kerfuffle, and I got a few other things we might be able to talk about. And like I said, if you want to know, I got links. You guys can see that when I was over on here. Well, if I shrink me back down, you can see I got links. I got plans, man. This was just supposed to be about these ads and just letting you know. It's not the first one. The Democrats are nuts. In fact, I'm going to bet. I am betting a lot of even undecided center or even some light level Democrats looked at some of these ads over the last year and said, I'm out. This is stupid. This is pure stupidity. All right, guys, please hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you like. Comment below. And I will talk to you later. I'm going to hop out of here and go get some stuff done. And look for a notification tonight if we're going to do a red eye or late stream. If I do, it'll be between 10 and 11 o'clock. Feel free to message me on Lyons Den WS6 on X, Lyons Den WS6 on Gmail. All right. Connie likes later streams. All right. So we'll see how it goes. But for Connie, later is, well, she's only an hour off of me. Okay. All right. And Connie, if I don't talk to you before then, hope you have a great day at the wedding tomorrow, and congratulations. Thank you, Jay Watterson. Thank you, Rebexy. Thank you, Ryan Jones. Thank you to all the rest of you guys who are, I see some lurkers. And thank you to everybody on Rumble. All right, guys, I am out of here. Talk to you later tonight, possibly